feel like I had a fun dream somehow. Nice. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right. It's the last day. According to Monokuma. Suddenly, my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear I've never felt before. A fear like I'd been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. With nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia. Like everyone was gone, and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything. Like everything in this world was nothing but lies. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the... I knew that was gonna happen. Desperate to escape. I rushed out, escape fear. This game is so meta. It gets worse though. When I left the cottage, I randomly ran into her.
Yeah.
Oh, Hajime. Good timing. Good timing? What do you mean?
Hora.
Remember Nagito's video message that we found at the factory? Yeah, we were dealing with the bomb. What about it? Apparently there was more to that message inside the laptop. Huh? We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so he wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Why would he do that? Maybe Nagito planned to leave this at his will. Where is he right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it. The restaurant. Hey, you're late! Is it true? Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her she was the one who found it. No. I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamster and I found it when I stopped by the factory. Aww. A coincidence, you say? Wrong! That is the will of causality guiding you. Huh? Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I never allow that. So anyways, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right. I wonder who's watching this. Is it the trader from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like it ended the way I hoped it would. Ended the way he hoped it would? Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the trader. Damn it, it was just as Monokuma said. So he really set up the trader as the killer, and even tried to make them survive the trial? But why would he do that? Enough with your useless talk, it appears there's still more. These characters that I completely forgot their voices for are just gonna come popping back in randomly. But if everyone but the trader is watching this video, then unfortunately I guess I lost. The outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me. Now then, let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. The special prize in the final dead room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyways, I was totally surprised. I mean... The Future Foundation's traitor must have known that truth all along. And so I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolved to take action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always wanted to become a protagonist myself. You were for a little bit. Check the web for details. But now that I know the truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the island's mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. But only so he can lead you to unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is... Seriously pissing me off. Hella Ice Ant believe something. Jeez, what a hopeless truth. Who is Monokuma's true identity? How could they come up with a plan like that? But that's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go to. The key to enter that place is the message you found at Azumi Castle. Normally, you need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place. But, since that message gets rid of those steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. It was probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monomi. But that has nothing to do with me. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end, but I guess now's a nice time to announce it, right? It's Leon. Or 11037. Haha, I know it. That's the password that was written in Azumi Castle. Why is it when I do his voice, my throat tickles? You have to do that to enter a specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me. Tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me. Nagito, it's already taken by Makoto, our cute little cinnamon bear. You can't have it. That 11037 number that Nagito said was the password. Oh my god. There's no mistake? This pass? Oh my god. I can't. She had an Irish accent. It's been so long. You better hurry. I think. Let's go before the countdown reaches 0. You're right. Let's go. Oh, is it gonna make me freaking run? You jerks! Making me run! Oh, that's why. Because it's glitching out on me. It's glitching out on me! Now there's Sakura! Wait. Now that I know what's happening, it's really funny to me. Somehow it's quite nerve-wracking. Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there? Oilin, it's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you? That's a little concept. There's no time to stand around. Damn right, it's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, the kills. If you're going to let it out, why not do it in the Tupperware I keep with me? It's been so long since I've done some of these voices. Now's not the time to fuck around. It's going to be alright. You don't have to worry. I will protect my young master. Now then, let's go forward together. The hell? Don't treat me like a kid. Believe the hope that lies behind this point. That is your leader's order. What was that? I told her that you only understand piggy talk. I said, you're so cool in piggy talk. I am going to kill you. Hajime, the password, please. Yeah, I know. $11037, right? There's no need to worry. The only thing beyond this point is a shining future. Now then, let's open the door to the future. Beyond this door, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward.
This is a court? でも、どうして裁判所なんだ?
確かに裁判所っぽいけど、でも今までのとは明らかに雰囲気が違うっつうか。
ところで。皆さんはどこに行ってしまわれたのですか？
皆さん?
What? Something's wrong. What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... the world is crashing around me. I really need... I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm gonna make this world. Kaboom! Is it like a what do you call those bombs that like wipe out electronics in like a radius, like a certain radius, like a, what do you call those? Is that what this bomb is? Now that I know. Oh wow, I need to eat. I'm hungry. We're almost done. We're almost to chapter 6. Chapter 0, heading to the school trip. It would be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in, it was shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite irregular, just when you thought it was a series of small shakes. It would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. But I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. I'm not sure who we are right now, so I'm just normal voice. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who is loved by talent. Detecting regularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. How boring. Oh. Do you like ships? On the other side of a dark room, I heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me. Alright, I think I know who we are.
You look like you're having fun, so that's what I assumed. You do like ships, right?
Ships?
Ah, that's right.
That's it. So this is a ship.
You just realized that now?
Is it really that funny? Yeah, I remember who we are now.
Hey, if you want, care to talk a little? The silence was starting to bore me.
Instantly I saw his true character. The overfamiliar attitude, friendly smile. But under that thin skin I could detect a foul, offensive odor. Like some kind of putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who were already finished.
Nice to meet you. I'm Komeda Nagito. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me, so to share a room with a person like that... I'm definitely lucky.
Lucky? Ah, so that's your talent then? What a boring talent.
A boring talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly... That's because I have luck as well.
Oh wait, sorry, wrong person.
Huh?
Even I possess a talent as boring as luck.
Possess, huh? I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hope's Peak, so you're one of us. Oh, but that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you were here? How did you end up here?
How boring.
Sorry, I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation.
Not you. This world. Huh? This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppress those who do. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They're profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of these bastards, this world has come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring.
Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Perhaps, does that have anything to do with the reason you're here?
Boring people make no contributions to the world. Not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed.
Looks like they had high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different from me. But what are you planning to do? Now that you've ended up like this, there's nothing you can do, right? Listen well. Using people is a talent too. It's now my turn to use that person, just as they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about ultimate despair? But how? I mean, they're already... I have it with me. The contribution that person left to me. Even now it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. And will I be able to see her again?
Oh my god. I forgot this part. Oh god.
Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fiber of my being again? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much. Hate. Then explain your hand. Ah, this? The end of that bandage. It's a woman's hand, right?
Oh god.
Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Maybe that means it's becoming one with me. Isn't it amazing? I've successfully become one with ultimate despair, my sworn enemy.
I see. So you salvaged the body. You really are a boring person.
Oh, I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know. Because she's my sworn enemy, because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power, and for that Huh? Do I hate her? That's strange. Huh. Look out the window. We're finally here. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on the island once we get there.
What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen.
Huh?
I already know because I'm loved by that talent. But no matter what happens, it is of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead.
Really? I don't really understand, but... I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Can I see you again?
There is no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me.
You really don't play along, do you?
Yeah, I couldn't remember, but I did remember who we were. God, oh, this chapter is gonna just make me go blah.
Huh? What is this?
It's a door. There's a door.
Huh?
A door? Why is a door here? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? Hope's Peak!
Huh?
Isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside the ancient ruin with everyone. And I arrived at a place that looked like a trial ground, but then why?
It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before. When we were all gathered in that classroom just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island? Ding dong, bing bong.
Mic test! Mic test! 校内放送！校内放送！大丈夫聞こえてるよね？では、お前ら、希望が峰学園にようこそ！これから卒業試験についての説明を行いますので、至急体育館までお集まりください。
Huh? Did he say what I think he just said? He definitely said it. He said, "Welcome to Hope's Peak Academy." Hi, baby. Come here. But why would this place be Hope's Peak? And not just that. What is this graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? In the way. Yes, please. I love this part. Even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. At least it doesn't look like a normal school at all. It's definitely a lie. There's no way this place is Hope's Peak Academy. Is this creepy place the Hope's Peak Academy that I've admired for so long? It's probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us, just like the fun house. That's right. That's definitely it. Monokuma said to go to the gymnasium, right? Then I'll go. And definitely clear things up. Gymnasium is here, right? Alright, I'm going inside. I don't know why he says that. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cower away anymore. And so I braced myself and cautiously opened the door. Oh. So much glitching. So much. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of the door. It was a normal gymnasium. Yo, Hajime! You heard the announcement and came here too! You guys did too, right? Hey, what do you make of all this? Monokuma said this was Hope's Peak or something. That can't be possible! You're right. Any way that you look at it, it's impossible. Hello! How does it feel to return to the long-awaited Hope's Peak Academy? You. Hey, where are we? Which locks up this time? Oh, what a shock! I just told you this guy's is Hope's Peak Academy. There's no way in hell that's true. Oh, but it is. I mean, this is definitely Hope's Peak. Well, what's left of it anyway? What's left of it? Oh, didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Poke's Peak fell to ruin. You were serious about that? But of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserved to be ruined for. What do you mean? Oh, anyways, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all this trouble to bring you to Hope's Peak Academy and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic. Sorry.
right?
Oh well, it's not like I did it for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. What the fuck is with this mod? Hold on. Enough with this bullshit. Just spit it out already. Where'd you take us, you bastard? You burst. I don't know why it always takes me. Though I'm not certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruin and... I don't know why it always takes me a little bit to get Hiko's voice back. I made this Hope's Peak Academy to between the door to ruin and inside the ruin. What do you mean made? Oh my, are your minds getting the grumblies that only knowledge can satisfy? I like that phrase. Good, very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's my nature to provide a little entertainment. Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you? Oh, it's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you're making a life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam.
Huh?
Then what is this graduation exam? Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally gonna graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay on the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. Huh? We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here. Yeah, being trapped on a tropical island is the worst thing ever. This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now. Oh, you can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. Hey. Hey. No. This is Danganronpa 2. Danganronpa 2. Which means we are the main cast of this game. I'm sorry. Makoto had his time in Danganronpa 1. Okay? He was that protagonist. Hajime is Danganronpa's 2 protagonist. Do not call me an extra. Meaning you guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives. So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. You look very comfy there, Nami. What do you mean? Oh, I have dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but... all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is gonna hate me. So, please rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip. And as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting had changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual. What's going on? Outside world? Main cast? Somehow I have a bad feeling about this. Like he kept insisting that this place is Hope's Peak Academy. But that's impossible, right? Dude, how would make back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? There we go. It's impossible! There's no place for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. I said I wanted to go back, but I didn't want to go back to a creepy place like this. I mean, it does look like this normally. There's just, you know. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on this island. This building. Is this really Hope's Peak Academy? This is the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long? What in the world is going on? Damn it. Why is this happening? Why? Oh, he's so cute and happy there.
I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, I
wanted to become Hope? If that's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully. The only humans worthy of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and a strong will.
Not true. Not true.
It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hope's Peak Academy that you couldn't even see that? You're just some nobody from the reserve course who has never had a talent to begin with. A nobody who forgot he was a nobody, that's all.
If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why? Why do I have to go through something like this? Yeah, only the talented people.
Hajime, did something happen?
Huh? Now's not the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but is that all? As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means? Kane, shut up. Go to the corner.
Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right?
If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation? Even though Chiaki and Monomi are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
So they're not World Ender?
However, the Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monomi never once denied that. Even if they're our allies, they might just not be our allies. Yeah, okay. Maybe Monokuma's telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chiaki said she could not betray the Future Foundation. But if she were still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No, even her just being with us would have been a big help.
So what do we do?
Well, that's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, we gotta do that graduation exam, right? Graduation exam, huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people done. Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? Is he like telling us to investigate like we have been? Alright, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, we might be able to learn about something. About Hope's Peak. About ourselves.
I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we could just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine. Hey, we can go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right?
If that's the case, let's all leave this island by any means. Hell yes! He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is, what happened to Hope's Peak, none of that matters. What's important is, I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now. But Monokuma should already know that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. We should already know that we never choose to stay on this island. So what we're gonna do? Can we start already?
What are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird-ass building? Nani, my lab was very warm and then you moved. Man, even so, I don't think we'll find all the answers to our questions inside this damn building. Well, I'll just go on ahead for now. Hey, you're already going? What is that idiot thinking, running ahead without being cautious? I mean... she obviously isn't thinking anything. Exactly. It'll be fine. There are no longer any situations where we must exchange each other's lives. So we should do our best. Like they say, it's not scary if everyone stops at a green light. If we stopped at the green light, we'd never reach our goal. That doesn't even make sense. You don't stop at a green light. Man, Akane already took off on her own. It might be faster if we split up and look around too. Like Sonia said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Then let's get this over with and go home. Now I'll go on ahead and I'll see you guys later. With those brief words, Fuyuhiko left the gymnasium. I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me. Sonia took a deep bow, then left the gymnasium. Miss Sonia! Miss Sonia, please don't leave me! I'll be in danger if I'm left alone! Kazuichi chased after Sonia, who had just departed and left the gymnasium, and she runs. She's like, get me out of here! I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more. Just a bit more, and it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual, peaceful, everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance towards that hope. Even though I don't understand, and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening. For the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Man, I have no idea where we're supposed to go. Aww. Beer! I guess we'll just start from the... Let's just start from the top and go down. Oh, we don't have a freaking map. Ah! Wait. Huh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked to get to the gymnasium, but... it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? Sonia's glitching out. I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not gonna fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. Alright, apparently we're looking for bears in this chapter as well, so... This hallway has a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement. Is it just me? No. You're glitching, babe. I don't know. I love the... Oh, now that I know what it is, it's really cool. Man, I can't go in... Oh, I can't go in the dojo. Okay, well that's helpful. At least I don't have to explore every little last place. Bear? Bear bear? Bear bear bear? Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that makes me think there's no way we're inside of a school. I want an eternal Sakura tree. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. Alright, bear? Bear 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 bear? Bear. Bear 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 bear. I'll see a bear. Huh? What's this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious-looking title laying out in the open like this? Let's start with history first, class. Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person. Wish I could read a manga for learning everything. So just as I thought Monokuma made this, that totally explains how suspicious it looks. Oh, it looks pretty cute to me. I really want to ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. Manga for morons. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Why don't we get an actual manga? Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak isn't just a school for talent, it's also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So, they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department, who scouts its students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty were hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. Normal faculty. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to the talentless commoners, people who cared only about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of the talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy, earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. Incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I always have to read that like that. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Huh? Huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that's suddenly cancelled in the middle of its run. I hate that. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? These names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things like this. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those Reserve Corps students, right? Aww, that's weird. You're here again. Oh, the thing that's weird is you, of course. Huh? Why did you forget you were part of the Reserve Department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that. What do you want me to say? Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of the reserve course students. Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself. Huh? You wanted to become confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It's very true. It happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though. Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it. When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a reserve course student. Damn it, what the heck? Alright. This is another manga. It's lying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Huh. Wasn't The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in that other manga too? I think it's having us go in order, so that's fine. It's why Hope's Peak went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history! If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about that incident? I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hope's Peak. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. The key player in the event was a student named Izuru Kamakura. Hey, it's like Izuku! Izuku! Izuku. Izuru was a genius known as the symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such a rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origin and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. Izuru, who was known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope's Peak Academy Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, I remember this, were brutally murdered by Izuru. You're gonna come back on my... However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and conceal the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. The student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of reserve course students who had been long dissatisfied with how they were being treated. And the uprising began. And that heralded Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, that sound is my cat rubbing her face against my microphone. Eventually that incident would lead to the... The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Nami, will you come here? Come here, Miss Num. You're knocking off my pop filter. There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak. Oh, what irony! For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. Nami, stop it! A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky you're incompetent. Jerk. Damn it, he always leads up to something offensive and seriously pisses me off. But the ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before too. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope. Sorry. But for Izuru, hope means simply talent. More importantly, a genius that possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here it said the reserve corps students in the reserve department began uprising. And what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way I'd have a reason to do something like that. Says you. Bleh. Anyways, I learned about the tragedy of Hope's Peak, but... The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? Izuru. A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage? Who was that? This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. The place. What the hell is this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here. Looking for bears. Oh, sandy bears. Oh, bear! Oh, you tricky bugger. You tricky bugger. There's another manga just laying around here. This time the title is... Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident? It might turn out to be something lame. Come here, Miss Nut. I flipped through the pages of the manga and hoped I was right. A story about creepily drawn characters who got involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself was that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the Reserve Corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in.
But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding in the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. But then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and the wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak. The weak killed the weakest among them. And soon, the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and deaths continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear. As if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism, coups d'etats began occurring around the world, a war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization, devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy. A group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they use them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society use their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programs wrote software to spread despair. The powerful, influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history! As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up. I mean, if this is really true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. I love how the convenience store is first. What happened to them? Oh, hey, are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this? Oh my, you don't like the manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Huh? Is that a thing? Enough! What is this messed up manga? I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you to not remember that. Such despair! That's the Future Foundation's fault, though. Thanks to them for stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened? And I forgot it? There's no way! How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real! Please understand, I'm rooting for you! If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it! I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. I see, so that's how it is. That's what he meant but when he said at the beginning. He's trying to make us feel despair towards the outside world, so I want to stay on this island. There's no way I'm gonna do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps... no, that's definitely it. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this ultimate despair group? If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak? Plus, that organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as Ultimate Despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they're called Ultimates. Then, are the killings were involved connected to them as well? Oh, it's no use. I'm going to freeze to death. Oh, I gotta get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. What is he doing? No, I should ignore it. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see him. Literally ignore him. What if he's a bear? Or I mean when I went inside this room, that bastard bear was suddenly here. He keeps glancing at me. I wonder why. It's gonna be shitty either way. So I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot. Oh, come on. I don't want to do it either. Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasantly well. Are you pleasantly well? You're pleasantly well, right? What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. Gee, but I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. A high school student who doesn't like manga? Is that like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like to eat hot pots? Do they like hot pots? I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up! What do you need me to tell me? It's about the key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprise! It's about ultimate despair! Huh? Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days, it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. A high school girl? Lady Junko Enoshima. Junko Enoshima? As the former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor. And created the ultimate despairs. There was one really horrible person in that group. Hold on a sec. I don't know what ultimate despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would just join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl. Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it. That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in high echelons of power. Their connection was the main reason the incident became the tragedy in the first place. So she even recruited people who would have been in position to neutralize the threat?
Huh?
Then what was their purpose?
Huh?
What? Like I said, why did they cause that incident? It doesn't even make sense. She was bored. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they did without any purpose. Oh, it was Junko and Ishima's despair. Huh? For Junko and Ishima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a ways of life, or instinct. Despair is what defines Junko and Ishima as Junko and Ishima. What are you saying? Oh, I'm a step plushie. Hajime's a human. It's exactly like that. Junko and Ishima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair. What the hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despairs by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. The idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so, the ultimate despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. Literally, sometimes. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko! Like believers making offerings to their god. Like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair. All in Junko's name. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible. Do you know about the final days of the reserve course students during the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Final days? Junko had the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history. What do you mean, final days? What happened to the reserve department? Oh, they fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believe in what they needed to do. And so, the 2,357 students of the reserve department all committed mass suicide! Mass suicide? 257 students? Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. One person? Is that me? I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair? Junko and Ishima? It doesn't scare me at all. I mean... Junko's already dead. Huh? Ultimate despair. Is there anything else I need from this? Hey, Fuyuhiko, is it true what you just said? Junko's really dead?
Huh?
What? You didn't see? There was a book called Manga for Morons Killing School Life in that bloody classroom. No, wait. What was that you said about killing a school life? Like the killings that we were involved in. They were killings that happened at Hope's Peak. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her. Yeah, that's what it was. The killing school life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy. For a manga about killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed school killing life was Junko Enoshima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko's dead. It turns out the killing school life was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. And Junko took away the memories of the four students of Hope's Peak and forced them to kill each other. Former students of... And she took away their memories? That's just like us. Apparently, the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. It's the limit to being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing. The students of Hope Peaks are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up. But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko failed. Junko lost to the student she placed in a trap, and after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. Then Junko's no more. Monokuma, no matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter. Junko isn't alive anymore. Then, who is our enemy? If Junko's already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we're involved in resemble that killing school life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but... An imitation is just that, an imitation. If the students from Hope Peak stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this is really an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting this somewhere? Just like the surveillance cameras doing the killing school life? He's just silent. Man, Hajime, you totally know about the story, huh? What? Do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it. Oh well, I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's gonna happen if you do that? Obviously the surrender flag, dumbass. One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my character out. You're not making sense again. Otome games. Hajime. Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside. I'll raise them full legs like crazy. Alright, so this episode was a little long. Kind of wasn't sure where to stop it, but we're gonna stop there for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we will continue the Despair investigation next time. Danganronpa